Hello, welcome back to my craft room. Now, I know normally the whole idea of these videos is to get you to try something new, okay? Today's a little bit different. I want you to look at what you've already got, okay? I have the luxury of having a new A3 printer, okay? I've had an A3 printer for 3 or 4 years, and I generally do big samples for the live shows that Crafty Hands put out so that you can see the quality of the artwork, which is one reason why I have an A3 printer. But this is a new printer. It's a Canon. I had a HP before, and I've been playing around this evening because I got some new paper from a new company that's based not far away from me, so I thought I'd give that a go. And I was actually quite surprised by what has been printed and the variation between what has been printed on exactly the same paper but using the different settings on the printer itself. Okay, so all this artwork comes from this has got to be the best magazine, the best Create It that they have ever done. I love this magazine. Okay, I love the artwork in here. I think it's absolutely superb. So I have taken some artwork off the disc from the Create It 5 magazine, which you can buy at the Crafty Hands online store. Okay, but you'll have to hurry because this does sell out, and with the artwork on here, it is absolutely super stunning. Oh, this is the baby. So this is where I've got the artwork from. But with every new printer, there's a bit of a learning curve as to what papers it likes, what settings it likes, all that sort of stuff. So you do really have to take the time. I'm sorry, guys and girls, you do have to take the time and just run the papers through your printer with the same artwork and see what you get. Okay, that's the only way you're going to find out which is the best setting for what you want from your printer. Also, when you get a new paper, okay, or a new paper supplier, then as each paper is coated differently, it's made differently, all that sort of stuff, you do need to figure out what that paper will take. Okay, now I've just got, not only have I got a new printer, but I've also found a new company to supply me some paper. Alright, they're only in Manchester, so if I ever run out, it's only a very short car journey away and I can get some the same day without having to wait for delivery. So I've got the paper, I've got the printer, and I wanted to have a bit of a play. Now, normally what I do is I send my card through it and I do it on high quality photo, this, that and the other. Okay, which is the way I went originally with my printing today. Okay, but what I got, I printed it because this is not shiny. Okay, it's not a shiny paper, it's a coated paper, but it's not shiny. I put semi-gloss down as what this was. Now, I'm not certain how good the autofocus is on this. That's getting a bit blurry, I think. Okay, that looks a bit flat, a bit muddy, a bit grey, not highly defined or anything like that. Okay, now that's on semi-gloss on my photo settings. Okay, so I was a bit like, eh. So then what I did was I went photo on plain paper. Now, that looks a bit brighter, but the colours are different. Same artwork, same printer, different colours. Okay, this is on the photo setting using plain paper setting. Okay, this is on the photo setting using a semi-gloss. So I thought, okay then. Right, so let's try it with a matte setting on the photo paper. So I tried the matte setting on the photo paper, and this is no better than the semi-gloss, because that's the plain paper there, and this still looks cleaner than that, because you should be able to see the faceting in the eyes of the owls by now, and there's no way that you're seeing it at this particular moment in time. So I was a bit like, okay. So I thought, right, well, we'll change some more settings and combinations. So this was better. Okay, if I come up, you can see the black is blacker, the eyes are a bit more defined, that sort of thing, compared to, I'm holding stuff and balancing stuff here, compared to the other one there. Okay, you're starting to get a hint, even on my rubbish camera, of the faceting in the eyes on this. Okay, so that was business. That was in the business setting, because mine's a Canon. Alright, so that was like, okay. And then I did it on it. That's using, hold on, business, plain, standard. Business, plain paper, standard setting is that one. This one is the standard, so plain paper, standard, using a high resolution paper. Okay, which again gives me a different colour. Okay, muddy eyes, no definition on the faceting, everything looks a bit grey and flat, whereas it seems to pop a bit better on this one here. So that was like, okay. So, as I'd already done a business plain standard setting, I then went and did a business plain paper high setting, and that's given me this one. Now, that it might not appear it to you, but there is a bit of a colour difference between these. Okay, the colour on the parcel on this is a lot lighter than this one here. Okay, and the faceting on the eyes is clearer. So that's the difference between a standard setting and a high setting on my business setting. The colours are just a little bit cleaner, the faceting on the eyes is more defined, that sort of thing. So I thought, right, okay, keep going. So far we've got this one. This one's the best one so far, right? Yeah, because we did that, right. So I thought, right, okay, we'll go to plain paper and we'll go to a standard setting this time, okay, and see what it gives me. Now, in fairness, the business plain high is better than the plain paper standard setting. Okay, the colours are richer, not as flat, and the definition on the eyes is better. Okay, because there is black faceting around these eyes that you probably, I don't know how well it's picking up because I've got a tiddy tiny screen to see. Okay, so then the next one was to do that on the high setting, the plain paper on the high setting compared to the business plain high. Okay, so there's the two there. Alright, now the plain paper high standard, okay, so the quality is high, is better than the business plain high standard. Okay, I know that probably doesn't look it to you, but the parcel's a little bit more 3D, the faceting on the eyes is definitely sharper than this one, I would say, and there is a slight difference in colour tone between the two. That's really all it is. To me, visually, standing here under this light, looking at them, this is the better one. Okay, so I've gone through with you all the results from that to that. Okay, and hopefully this has shown you why when you get a new paper or you get a new printer, you should go through the various settings and see which one is better. Okay, this paper, now I found it, I really like it. It feels fabulous. It's 150 GSM. Okay, and it's a satin silk, and it really is. It's so smooth. It's lovely. So this is now going to be my decoupage paper, my backing paper, not my insert paper, because I think this is too heavy for that. It's that sort of weight. Okay, it's too heavy for an insert paper. So this is a 150 GSM. So for me, what I am now going to do is I'm actually going to keep this, and I'm going to keep it with my writing on it, because that way I know which paper it is. Okay, and you should have a folder, really. This one tells me which paper it is and which is the best setting for this paper. Okay, and this is what I have found for this paper using my Canon Pixma. Okay, but hopefully that has illustrated to you why it's really important, why you might not get the results that you think you're going to get, you know, why sometimes you feel a bit let down by what's been printed out. It's not the artwork, it's the settings that you're using for the paper and the printer combination that you've got. Okay, so it's really important that you do take your time and you do go through. I know it uses a lot of ink, I really do know it uses a lot of ink, because believe me, I go through hundreds of milliliters a year in ink. Okay, so take your time, go through the different settings. I will tell you now, this, and I'm loving this paper, and I'm loving the printer, and I'm loving the compatible inks that are put in it. Okay, it hasn't destroyed my printer. It's giving me very, very good clear images. Alright, and these are compatible inks. They are not the printer company's inks. Alright, so I'm not spending a lot of fortune on ink. Okay, because you do realise you only get between 4 and 7 milliliters from your printer manufacturers when you buy them in the cartridges. Okay, so it really doesn't go a very long way at all. So I buy mine, I buy compatibles where I get a lot more ink for my money. Okay, and this has given me superb results. Alright, so it's not using the compatibles that could be causing the problems with your print. I would suspect it's going to be your paper and printer combination, and you have to figure out which is the right one. There is no way I would have got this result on this paper using my other A3 printer that I dumped. Okay, not on this paper I wouldn't have got this result. Okay, not on these settings. It does vary from printer to printer and paper to paper, and it's really, really important that you do check, you know, try out the different settings. I know it's going to cost a bit in ink, I know it costs a bit in paper, and I know it costs a bit in time. Okay, but to go from that to that, okay, it's the same paper, the same printer, just the settings that I've used that are different. So if you do find that things are changing in your printer, then I would suggest having a bit of a play around with your printer settings and your paper combination. Okay, so hopefully that'll help clear up, you know, any slight niggles that you do have. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and do consider subscribing. I'm always posting at least 3 times a month for Crafty Hands, and on the run up to Christmas I will be posting a lot more of my own things that I'm doing other than Crafty Hand stuff. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Catch you later. Bye.